Hi folks, we've got our HL3150CDW printing merrily away here on our refills, and we're going to show you the technique we've used to refill it 22 times up until now and print 15,291 test prints, most of which were sent out to our customers as catalogues. We're going to guide you around two booby traps that lie in wait. One is Brother's standard thing of getting the printer to reset itself. The other, which would only be known to someone who's been repeatedly refilling this printer, relates to the large amount of toner that will still be left in the cartridge when the replace toner message stops your print job. No need for you to reinvent the wheel though, just follow along with us and you will get the success you deserve. So, sooner or later, you'll get this yellow replace toner message, together with these flashing lights putting the willies up you, and the machine won't print. So, refill, right? The answer we were looking for there was reset. Yes sirree, reset and use up the shed load of toner that's still in that cartridge. To find out which cartridge you're going to be resetting, just look on the LCD display. For us it's our yellow this time round. Like a Trojan horse, your new printer arrived with some mingy starter cartridges. Don't get bamboozled by starter cartridges. They're the ones that don't have a number after the letters TN. Whereas cartridges that you buy, or maybe you don't now that you know about us, have either a 241 or a 245 after the TN. So remember, you've had a replace toner message and you're always going to reset in response to those. So here we're resetting a starter cartridge that arrived with our new machine, and the key point here is that we're going to add a reset wheel to it, which we've got ready here. Take this coloured end plate off by taking out two screws. That's the second one coming out there, and then just press down with your thumb, and lo and behold, you'll find on the inside of the end plate there is a whole lot of nothing. By the by, there are 4 of these springs and reset wheels in our black starter kit, and I just want you to notice the correct position for this spring with the right hand shank of the spring just cocked over that elbow. Then hold the shank of the spring in position with your right thumb and notice this gap in the teeth on the reset wheel. Now, cannot lie, you do have to fiddle with this a bit, but we're going to slide the shaft of that reset wheel past the left hand arm of the spring. Hard to explain, but it will actually help you find this position, and when it's like that, it kind of stays there naturally. And just notice the position of the gap in the teeth on the cog relative to the yellow post that holds the spring. Flip it over and it looks like this, and we're going to call that the loaded position. Loaded like a gun. So the printer then tries to pull the trigger, and if it can, you get your reset. So put the coloured end plate back on again with the 2 screws. That's the second one being done up there. And now this is ready to go back into the machine, and just focusing on that loaded position once more. Now suppose you get the dreaded replace toner message and the cartridge that leads you to reset is a bought cartridge. As it comes out of the machine, you'll see that the reset wheel is in what we're going to call the fired position. Focus on this notch here. Then remember our loaded position from before. This one's more of a walk in the park. Take out those same 2 screws, pull off the end plate, and bearing in mind this is the fired position, I want you to notice the position of the gap in the cog teeth. Now, holding the right hand arm of the spring in position with your right thumb, you're going to lift out the reset wheel a few millimeters turn it anti-clockwise a bit, push it back in, and it'll tend to want to find this position, which you already know all about, because yea, verily and forsooth, 'tis none other than the loaded position, which looks like this from the other side. So keep resetting all your cartridges. Move to Resetville, Arizona. I guarantee you'll be surprised at how much of your money the replace toner message was encouraging you to throw down the drain. But there will come a time when a cartridge will truly be empty, and that colour, as you might expect, will start to fade out from your prints. Use our swatch to confirm which cartridge might be fading out. Here's our black cartridge just beginning to fade out. Have a look what happens to royal blue when your cyan fades out. There you go. Did you know that? Of course you did, clever clogs. Here's Captain Magenta biting the dust. You'll notice that there's something funny going on with both royal blue and orange. And yellow fade out, well, that pretty much speaks for itself, doesn't it? And stay tuned, because towards the end of the video we give you a link you can click on to get this swatch for yourself. So now you've got a cartridge that's actually empty, it's almost time to reach for the bottle of toner, but not quite. As you can see from the lead photo from our website at the time, 1996 was the year we invented melt and pour, and version 1.0 was with an apple corer. You had to heat up yourself. You couldn't make this stuff up. These days our starter kit comes with this newfangled all-electric melting tool, and I've got 4 words for you. Get your tool hot. Now make like a martini, shaken, not stirred, and I'm just going to shut it and let this wonderful cinematography paint 1,000 words. So disengage the bottle like so, and you'll probably have to shake and pour about a couple more times to get all that toner into the cartridge. Like all good dentists, clean up around the orifice. These swabs are included in the starter kit. And then we're going to do what Brother didn't do with this cartridge, and for the first time since 1999, put a plug in it. More about that on our Subversive website. So we did that with the magenta cartridge, and now we're going to bang it back in, see what masks, what dances shall we have. Been doing this for 22 years now, so I am quietly optimistic, but you never know. When you put a cartridge back into this machine, it does take an age to initialize, so we did edit that out, but we didn't cheat, honest. Whereupon the machine did start to print again, and because we refilled a magenta cartridge, when we take one of those copies off, we should see a bit of a difference when we compare it to the magenta fade out swatch. And there we go. I think we can all see a difference. It was almost as if I'd planned it. From zero to hero, without the brain ache, with the U Refill Toner Black Starter Kit. It's got everything you've seen us using throughout this video. It's got black toner, and importantly, it's got 4 plugs and 4 reset wheels. So when you're ready to carry on, all you'll need is the appropriate bottle of toner. Bear in mind, if you're not in the UK, you might have to find an alternative way to heat up the end of the melting tool, depending on the voltage in your country. That link to download a PDF of the fade out swatch should be on screen about now. On behalf of everyone here at U Refill Toner, it's been a hoot making this video for you. Keep refilling in the free world.